Okay, so attack defense. Let's check out, we could check out the latest editions. I don't want to like stream for too long tonight, maybe 40 to 45 minutes. So there have been quite a few challenges posted in the past couple of days. What do you say, guys? Shall we go on and keep doing some network recon here? Last time we did Apache recon. Let's see. Hello Mohammed. Hello Anonymous. I guess the chat's coming up. Okay, so can you guys see the screen well enough? I guess the chat isn't too visible. Should probably fix that. Let me see. Maybe this is better. I guess it's more visible this way, Mohammed. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time with logistics here. What about the quality? Okay. Getting back to attack defense. So this is what we did last time, Apache Recon Basics. We can keep on doing Apache and doing a dictionary attack, but this actually involved this was actually also in the previous challenge. We could do Nginx Recon or whatever else is in these recons, or we could, I don't know, pick another category from here. Let's see. We have real world web apps. What do you guys think? Traffic analysis, CVEs, Metasploit, offensive Python, Apache. Hello, Atul. Well, we did Apache Recon last time. So, yeah, we did Apache Recon last time, and now let's see what this is all about, the dictionary attack. Meanwhile, if you guys have questions, yeah, Atul. If you guys have questions, make sure to leave them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them. Okay. So what is this all about? This is very similar to the previous one. Perform brute force on web server and list the name of directories. So this is what we did last time. Okay, so let's actually do something else. Let's see what this Nginx is all about. We can also look into these real world web apps or Metasploit. There's a lot of stuff in here. All the goodies are in here. Yeah, so let's see. Real world web apps. Remote code execution. You guys love it, right? There isn't too much in remote code execution. A PHP microblog. Let's see, what is this? What does it entail? Okay. The attacker might not have any user level access to the web application. However, this doesn't mean that the application cannot be compromised remotely. In this exercise below, the attacker is unauthenticated to the web application and needs to find a remote code injection attack to run arbitrary commands on the server. Okay, does this sound interesting? What do you say, guys? Shall we go for it? Okay. All right, so let's do this one then. So what I need to do is actually to find a remote code injection attack in this APPHP microblog. You're loving it, eh? So it's on APPHP microblog. Alright, we need to find remote code injection. So the first thing we have the name of this this service, APPHP microblog remote code injection. That's what I'm actually gonna start looking for on Google. So APPHP microblog RCE, April 20th, 2014. Let's see. This is a Python exploit. We might have to modify it. Okay. Let's view the raw. I could just fire up Parrot, but I might do it from Windows. Let me just save this onto the desktop as a Python APPHP.py. Alright, and then we'll have to probably modify something here. So this is the URL of our APPHP. Do we have any details? This isn't the original. There is an original exploit. Okay. I guess these are standard. This is actually where this is the meat of the exploit. Let's see. Let's actually try. So let's edit with idle. We don't even have to modify anything because it's gonna look into the first argument that's being provided in the command line. So firing up a command prompt, going to the desktop. Okay. And then Python. Is this 2.7 or 3 point something? Let's see. It's 2.7. So It is 2.7 because the print statement isn't enclosed in parentheses. So pi minus 2.7 AP PHP, and then we have to specify the, what exactly do we have to specify? The index.php. Does this have an index? Is this actually the index.php? It is. So let's see. Okay, let's run this. Website is not vulnerable. So my my Bitdefender actually started. The Bitdefender is probably gonna mess up things here. Can I just ping this thing? Yeah. It says it's not vulnerable. Do we have the version? Do we have any copyright? So it's 101. It's exactly the same for here, so something's not right. What do you guys think? I don't think I need to use burp suite here. I think we can do without burp. There was something else here, right? So it has multiple vulnerabilities. But it doesn't say much here. Let's go for exploit. And then we have write-ups to this attack defense. Challenge. It's probably this one. What am I missing? What do you say, guys? Check for block directory. Do we need to check for block directory? I mean, it's in the very top of the. This is actually the block directory. And then you have the admin. What did I specify here? Index.php. What if I don't specify the index.php? I guess Bitdefender might interfere with it. Let's try from Parrot. And if that doesn't work either, then it's not Bitdefender, my antivirus, but it's something else the issue. Hello, Jean-Louis. This is only, we've just started like a couple of minutes ago, so like 20 minutes ago. So it's been gone for a little while. And we are also completely lost here. Not completely, just a little bit. So, let me just wget this raw cdtmp mkdir expl cd expl wget this. Okay, move 3307 into app.py, clear, cat app.py, seems to be good. Now Python app.py, and this, Control-Shift-V, let's see. Of course, so it was the freaking Bitdefender thing, huh? Yes, so it was the Bitdefender. We got, let me just make sure that we really got remote code execution here. So remote code exec is working with the system. Submit your commands, type exit to quit. Let's see, present working directory, var ls-a. Do you guys see this, or you want me to actually make it like larger text? Let me know in the chat here. So yeah, we've got remote code execution. This was just a point and shoot exercise. The only thing that I did was to specify the second command line argument. So the first command line argument is the name of the app, and as we can see over here, the second command line argument, which is taken through sysargv. So the first command line argument, which is 0, is the name of the app, and the second command line argument is the name, is our target basically. That's the only thing that I had to specify. And as you can see, this actually works by, let's see, who am I? Data. So it is able to fetch the information from base inc.php. Interesting. Do we need to fetch any flag from here? I don't think so. I guess this exercise is actually complete. The attacker is unauthenticated and needs to find a remote code injection attack to run arbitrary commands on the server. This is what we're basically doing here. So if we go to here, if we go to, we cannot go there. Present working directory, cd home, still ls home, there's nothing in there. Ls root, probably permission denied. ls etc. Yeah, so we have some limited permissions here. So cat etc ps swd. Of course, we probably cannot cat shadow. Okay. Yeah, so we've got remote command execution, and we can just simply mark this So your task is to find and exploit this vulnerability. Mark this as complete. What does it say? You may use the username and password to explore the application. We don't want to do that. Yeah, that's kind of what was that. Jean-Louis, this is, you can call it a CTF, but it's like a more a realistic scenario than your generic CTFs where you have to actually find hidden text in images. I keep saying that because that's what I don't like about CTFs. I do like to do realistic stuff, and these from attack defense seem much more realistic to me than your generic CTF stuff. Yeah, so it's kind of a realistic scenario. Let's look into the lab manual, see how they propose, what's their proposed solution for this. Inspect the web application, search for remote code execution, similar to what we did. They got to the same exploit, save it as Python. You don't have to modify anything. Check the usage information. Yeah, that's what we did, sort of. And then we just ran the exploit with the required arguments. So, first argument, the name of the exploit. The second argument, the path or target. And that's just about it. Yes, Jean-Louis, the subscription for Attack Defense Labs is $35 or $40 a month. But if you look here, if we go to the dashboard, so we can just stop this and mark it as complete. Stop. And then just get out of it. That was it. So thank you, Parrot OS Security. Maybe we'll need it or not. How many minutes are we in? 28 minutes. Let's do 10 more minutes. Come on, it's Jean-Louis, it's like $35 a month. If you would save $1 a day and put it into your purpose for Attack Defense Labs, you could just have it. So looking back into these, there are currently 1,400, almost 1,500 challenges. You also have badges here. You also have capture the flag stuff, which I don't like. And look at how many there are for each category. Metasploit stuff, deliberately vulnerable, privilege escalation. This is interesting. Forensics. We could do forensics in another video. Secure coding as well. Reverse engineering, which is something that I want to get into. Maybe malware analysis. Let's see. Simple samples. What's this? So did I stop the lab? I did. Let's see what's this. Meanwhile, we'll probably do 1 or 2 more challenges until you guys, compared to other sites, how much harder is this? Well, this wasn't, I mean, as you've seen, this challenge wasn't really hard at all. So we just had to identify the service running on the server, which was a PHP microblog, and then just simply Google for an exploit. Why would you actually do a dir search, Mohammed? Because we have been clearly instructed by the instructions that this the server was running a PHP microblog, which is vulnerable to remote code execution. So you've been given all the hints and all the instructions in that simple statement. So it's just point and shoot. AP PHP microblog exploit. Find the exploit and point and shoot. So going back to your question, Jean-Louis, this was quite easy, but I believe there are the challenges over here. There are many of them which are intermediate and also harder. So we might get into some harder stuff in future live streams. So in this case, this malware analysis basics, this says a suspicious binary file is provided. The tools needed to analyze the binary are already installed on the machine. Figure out what this binary is supposed to do. This could be interesting. I'm not very versed with malware analysis, so we should just leave it aside. Getting back to the question of how hard are these, probably some of them. Let's see, let's take something at random, proxy logs. There's only one challenge here. This is also easy. I don't think you can search the challenges based on their level of difficulty. If someone from attack defense is looking at these challenges, maybe they could accept our suggestion that we should be able to also filter the challenges by difficulty level. And getting back to your question, Jean-Louis, you can subscribe to Attack Defense. You can create a free account, so without paying for the subscription, and you would get access to these community labs, which are free. But of course, there are only like 5 challenges. These are free to play, no Pen Tester Academy subscription required. But still, I mean, compared to Hack the Box, I did a lot of Hack the Box back in the days, and I've actually stopped doing Hack the Box like a couple of months ago. Some of them seem unrealistic, but some of them are really good, and I've heard that their labs are really good as well. I'm not sure, maybe I'll get back to it at some point in time. I did a lot of Hack the Box before starting the OSCP, and once I started the OSCP, I just stopped doing Hack the Box. I didn't do, while studying for the OSCP, I didn't do Attack Defense either. I just focused on the materials provided. Well, in this case, Jean-Louis, so you're saying that you couldn't get any box except Netmon. What I would suggest you do is actually go to VulnHub. Everything on VulnHub is free. So you could simply go to vulnhub.com, grab an easy machine from here. Let's see, difficulty level easy, privilege escalation intermediate, difficulty beginner, sunset sunrise. This is a new one. I would just download an easy machine from here, Like for example, I would go and download an older machine. Let's go to page 28. Check for an easy one. Let's see. Come on. An easy one. These are 2009, seriously. Let's check something more modern. 2019, intermediate. We have some reverse engineering as well. Beginner. So I would simply download one of these machines, like this one for example, which is 2018. Download it from any of these links. Set it up in VirtualBox. And then, if you don't know what to do, I would grab a walkthrough for this machine. So let's do topo 1 walkthrough. And just go through the walkthrough aside of so just go through the walkthrough step by step. So what do you actually do when you have a machine? Let's take this one in as a particular case. So let's say this machine has, the only thing I need to know for this machine once it's been set up is its IP. Let's assume that its IP would be 192.168.0.23. This is all the information I need in this case. So I would simply start with an nmap minus sv 192.168.0.23. And then after that nmap, I would probably see some ports running, ports up and running, like maybe they would have some web application on port 80, maybe they would have some FTP server which is vulnerable. I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out there. And I would actually, if I wouldn't know what to do, I would actually look through the walkthrough step by step, and I would try to replicate these steps. So it starts with enumeration. They do an nmap minus p minus because they look into all ports, minus n minus pn. I don't know why this combination, but anyways. So 80 is open, they have RPC, and this is also interesting. This would probably be one of the vectors of attack. 6642. Clean blog on port 80. They do a nicto and derb. Derb, it's been a while since I've used derb. So derb would actually reveal the fact that there is an admin directory, and somehow you would have to know that there is also notes.txt. You see, this is what I don't like about CTF-ish stuff. The fact that it often seems so easy. I mean, how the hell would you know that there's a notes.txt there? Why should there be a notes.txt? The only thing I could think of is hello incon nu. So the only thing I would, or the only way I would find out that there's notes.txt there is I would actually dirbuster with extensions in the admin folder. So might not seem too unrealistic. And that notes.txt gives you the plain text password for the SSH. Come on. But anyway, it would be okay for a beginner level like penetration tester to actually familiarize themselves with this kind of stuff. Hello, Nicolas, Nicolai. I believe you're a fellow Romanian, right? Okay. How many minutes are we in? 41 minutes. Let's actually do a little bit of Python here, and then meanwhile you can keep on asking your questions in the top chat, guys, and then I'm just gonna call it a day because it's past midnight here. What do you say? Mayday. Oh, right. It was here in Cluj. In Cluj-Napoca. So let's do a little bit of Python. Even odd partition. Write a function that partitions the list into two sublists. One with all even integers and the other with all odd integers. Return your result in the following format: evens and odds. So examples. We have a list of numbers, odds and evens. Those that are even are returned into a sublist, and the odds into another sublist. This shouldn't be too difficult, should it? Where are you at, Jean-Louis? Or Louis? Return two empty sublists if the input is an empty list. Keep the same relative ordering as the original list. What does this mean? Same relative ordering. Anyways. So, in this case, we'll do a for loop for number and LST if number modulo 2 equals 0. Let's see. We'll put it in the even array, but first we'll probably have to create another list, LST, or two other lists. It's not memory efficient, but let's see. 2 LST 2 so this would be for the evens LST2 This is interesting. Because they want two sublists. How would you guys go about it? It's not that often to meet people from here on live streams like these. I wish there were more. So, Mohammed, do your Python course requires coding knowledge in any other scripting language, or it covers it all from scratch? So, Mohammed, my Python course, which is linked in the description over here, yeah, with the coupon applied, it doesn't require knowledge. I actually go from scratch. And I also provide some resources for each subtopic to actually learn in more depth than I go in the course itself. You're on, so Frank, you're on 700 points. How many do I have? 600. Okay, so come on, tell me, how should I go about it? Create 2 sublists, iterate through every number. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. But it's not efficient. It's not memory efficient if I would just say, could I simply just append another, so like this, append, interesting. Let's try. You have to be specific here. So I have to have, no, I mean, I could simply append the sublists at the end. So let's say list 2 and list 3. Okay. So for number in list, if number modulo 2 equals 0, I'm gonna append all the evens onto this. So just append the number, and then else if number is not equal to 0, so this is going to be an even one, ls3 append number. I feel like I'm wasting lines of code here. And then first we'll have to make sure that we verify for this case 2 empty sublists if the input is an empty list. So if len lst equals 0, we'll simply return this. I think. Like that. And then finally return lst2 lst3. Let's see, control enter. So that was right, but this could probably be done much easier. What do you guys say? Ternary operator. Let's actually see what the other solutions. I mean, let me just submit the final. Maybe by the end of 2021 I'll be able to finish with the very easy ones. Go through to something more intermediate. So how can I get back to that one? Let's see. I wanted to see the other solutions. I mean solutions from other people. Yeah, most votes. So this is what I'm talking about. A one-liner. Unlike mine, which was like 6 or 7 lines. Yeah, that's what I was doing, Frank. So yeah, this is a one-liner. And it's not the only one. Check this out. 31,000 XPs. Okay. Let's say skip. Move to the next one. What's this? Given a total due, how many minutes are we in? 53 minutes. Let's try and do this one and then we'll just call it a day. Once again, guys, in the meantime, if you have questions, throw them here in the chat. Given a total due on a list representing the amount, determine whether or not you're able to pay for the item. Quarters, dimes, nickels, pennies. Notes. Determine whether or not you are able to pay for the item. Given a total due, which is this, I believe. This should yield true because 25 times 20, 25 times 25 cents is $6.25, and the rest doesn't matter because you're already over 425. 625 plus 2 plus 0.25 plus 0. So this should be just a simple math issue. So our first list or array always contains 4 elements. So in this case, we'll simply say if change 0 times 25 plus. Do you guys see this? Is it better? So if change 0 times 25 plus change 1 times 10. It's actually 0.25. Change 1 times 0.1 plus change 2 times 0.05 plus change 3 times 0.01, I guess. Yeah. What is it? Smaller than or equal to? Greater than or equal to amount due will return true, else return false. Is this it? Yeah, so that was it. Okay. So Frank, return. Yeah. It's kind of what I did. Alright. Okay, guys. So that was it for this live stream. I might do another one when I wake up. So that might be in maybe 10 hours or so. We'll probably do another attack defense labs. And also Python. You need to learn Python. And I need to get better, really good at Python. And maybe I'm gonna do 1 or 2 live streams tomorrow. One in 10 hours and then another one maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. It depends. Maz, what study methods do you use? I like practical stuff, so I like having my hands on, like I did here with attack defense labs and with Python. I'm more into hands-on learning than into reading from books. Hopefully that answers your questions. Okay, fellas, I'm gonna call it a night. I will see you in the next one.